Gabe, how do you price your prints and where do you even start?
Scarlett, there are four factors that affect the price of my prints. Number one is print quality. Number two is print material. Number three is presentation and packaging. And number four is the time and expense it takes me to make those prints. All these come together as part of the equation that I use to calculate the retail price of my prints.
We're going to go over these four factors to make sure that you are pricing your prints correctly. Because I am constantly seeing artists underprice their prints, whether they're approaching us in the store as new artists or at art markets. I'm Scarlett Pons. I'm a potter and the owner of Scarlett Wares, where I design and make ceramic items for the home.
And I'm Gabriel Pons, a painter and muralist. Together we own Pawn Shop Studio. We don't buy gold or guns, we
We
sell
sell
art.
art.
Through our storefront, we carry the work of emerging creatives who are embarking on their journey of working as full-time artists.
If you are an artist, maker, emerging or aspiring artist, subscribe and hit that notification button so that you will know when our next tip comes out to propel you on the road to becoming a full-time artist.
And as you're watching, please let us know if you find our tips helpful. Share your stories and leave us your comments, and we will be sure to answer any of your questions.
Let's get started on pricing your prints. And the first thing to keep in mind with art prints is that quality matters. Once you have a high resolution file of your artwork, whether it's a photo of an original piece or a digital painting from your tablet, your next step is running test prints and proofs.
What I look for in test prints and proofs is trueness to color, the saturation and resolution, as well as making sure there aren't any blemishes or glare in the photo that I took of the original piece. You want to treat your print file the same as you would any other piece of art, with care and craft.
Here's a tip. Start by identifying an artwork's dimension that is applicable to standard frame sizes. Remember that size matters and the paper dimension will affect the scope and price of printing.
Now, one question we get asked a lot is, what frame size will this print fit in? It's in your interest to make sure that your print fits a standard frame.
You'll have much happier customers if you do. So once you have that perfect proof, you want to explore the variety of papers to print your work on. For example, we're going to focus on two different tiers of prints, cardstock and archival paper.
Cardstock prints are typically produced on a commercial laserjet printer with similar printing process that you have, for instance, postcards or restaurant menus printed on. This is the most affordable process and will offer a low price point. However, the quality of the paper and ink is not top shelf.
Meaning a cardstock print may yellow through the years and the richness of the colors may not be as vibrant. Now, we do carry these types of prints in our store to offer customers a custom art print at a lower price point.
A second popular option is an archival print, or to use a fancy French word, a giclée print, which is a higher quality print. Simply put, giclée means to spit. And in this case, a high-end inkjet printer spits archival ink on a high-quality acid-free archival paper.
The result is a more vibrant and color-rich print that will last through the years without yellowing or fading. We also sell these, and I make sure we tell each interested customer about the process and the definition, since they are the most expensive prints we carry.
Right. So, Scarlett, it's important to be forthright and identify the kind of print you're selling, because that sets the customer's expectation and justifies your price point. Based on quality and the printing process, this will determine the perceived value of the print.
Speaking of value, one aspect that will affect the value of your prints is whether you're printing a limited run or limited edition of the artwork. Now, this goes back to the age-old principle of supply and demand for collectibles.
Now, if the artist promises to make only a limited quantity of the print, then the perceived value goes up. Should you be printing an infinite amount of your art prints through the years, then the value of each print may plateau, but you'll always have some in stock. This all leads to tip 3, presentation.
How you're choosing to present your print is also included in your print price. And the key aspect to keep in mind with presentation are your prints hand signed by the artist? Are they a number limited edition?
In the print packaging, have you added a certificate of authenticity? Have you included a business card or brief artist bio? All these factors can add value to the price and add integrity to the print. The packaging is important because it protects the print, whether you're traveling from show to show or marketing at a brick and mortar store. For example, all my prints include an acid-free chipboard backing and are an appropriately sized Mylar sleeve.
You've worked so hard on getting your prints that you're proud of. It's worth the effort to ensure that they stay safe and look ready for a collector to take home.
And finally, number 4, your time. Be sure that your price includes compensation for your time. Now, don't undervalue all the administrative, unfun things you had to do to get your artwork on paper.
You will have to make the call on this. Your time is a hard thing to factor, especially if you're just starting on your system. Don't worry, you'll get better and faster at this. Some time factors to consider are: did you spend time photographing the piece and tweaking things in Photoshop afterwards?
How many trips to the printer did it take to get those colors just right?
Does this creative piece only live digitally, and are you finally bringing it to life on paper?
Are you doing the printing yourself or sourcing it to a local printer? There's plenty of cost considerations in both. The redeeming aspect of all this hard work is that once you've committed and have a system in place, you'll be better able to reap the rewards into the future, and prints can become a vital part of your steady source of income.
It's these four things that will always be factors in how to price your art prints. Just remember that you're investing in a scalable system, and profiting from print sales means selling in volume.
Now, we hope these tips get more of your artwork into customers' hands.
And if you found this video helpful, subscribe, hit that notification button so that you will know when our next video comes out, and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you.
Stay creative and don't give up. The world needs more artists.